Hey, yo, Jason. Oh, yeah. Say something to her. Holla at her.
Hello to everybody watching us. Today we're going to introduce you to a new topic. Have you heard any time before the term allelopathy?
Allelopathy has been used to describe the positive and negative effects that are directly or indirectly generated by chemical compounds released from a plant affecting another. There are many plants that can provoke this effect to others, but which plants have positive effects and which ones have negative effects? In this experiment, we are going to be able to find out what exact effects do the eucalyptus and the lentils have on the growth of radish, taking as our variable the concentration of each extract.
Our hypothesis is that we add some eucalyptus extract to the radish seeds, the growth will be restrained, and if we add some lentil extract to the seeds, it will grow faster. This will be because of the different chemical substances each plant has. The independent variable will be the different concentrations of the extracts. And the control variable will be the plant's growth without any kind of extract, while our dependent variable is going to be the average length of both growth of each plant in each case.
We will divide the experiment into parts. The first one is to prepare the extracts. As we consider the eucalyptus extract will not be as powerful if we make it, we have already bought it in a Chinese store. However, we also need the lentil extract, so we're going to make it following the next steps. Be sure to have a topper prepared which you will fill in with lentils and water. The lentils, of course, that they're going to be our primary source to obtain the lentil extract. And how much lentils, you might wonder? Well, we only need a cup of lentils. And what are we going to use in order to get the extract? We're going to fill another cup with water. Once you have both cups, the lentil cup and the water cup, you simply pour them into the topper, and we're going to wait 1 day until the lentils have released all of their extract and essence. If you want a better and more efficient extract, be sure to cover it for the whole day you're going to wait.
For this part of the experiment, we used 3 measuring cups of 15 milliliters for adding the water to the extracts, 3 glass containers that serve as pots to the radish seeds, 2 bowls for pouring the water, some pieces of cotton that we will use as the soil substitute for planting the seeds, the previously made lentil extract, and the eucalyptus extract bought in any organic market, which is more reliable than if we made the extract on our own. And last but not least, the radish seeds.
Using the 3 measuring cups, we added 45 milliliters of water to the bowls by the means of putting water on the 3 measuring cups for then putting them in the bowl. The whole point of this was to make 4 different concentrations of extract by adding different amounts of extract in the water to the bowls. 2 members of the team prepared the same concentrations in order to have a more reliable result in our investigation. We used 20 and 40 drops of eucalyptus in both concentrations, and with what respects to the lentil extract, we used 9 and 12.
The next step was to separate the seeds into 3 different groups for each pot we were using. To prepare the terrain, we placed some cotton inside the pots, making sure we did not leave any spaces like if we were making a bed for the seeds to grow, and so that they absorb the extracts in a more accurate way.
As we do not have the best memory of the world, we label each of the pots for knowing which sample was which, using for the labeling the text of eucalyptus, lentil, and natural water. The natural water sample is very important as it is going to be our control group for this experiment. Now the babies want to be born, so we need to introduce the radish seeds in the pots that we have already prepared for them. Last but not least, we now need to water the plants. How are we going to do this? We're going to use different amounts of lentil extract, eucalyptus, and natural water for each one of the samples. We're going to be using 9 milliliters per each sample. Now we're just waiting for the babies to grow.
After our radish babies had grown, we need to register their process. And for the last part of the experiment, we need the babies in a ruler. We carefully took 10 radish buds as a sample for the cotton, trying not to kill them, as we wanted to conserve them.
As our variable was the growth, we did not take into account the root, measuring from the beginning of the stem to the highest leaf. We repeated this step with 10 samples of the 3 pods with the 2 different concentrations, measuring a total of 20 plants per pod in the 2 different concentration experiments.
After measuring our experiments, what we did was to introduce our data in a previously made template where we obtained the average growth and the concentration of the extracts.
As a result, we saw that there was indeed an alteration on the plant's growth. The eucalyptus extract almost stopped the plants from growing, even we were not able to complete the 10 measures. In one of the cases, the seeds watered with lentic extract were the first to germinate. However, 3 days after they had been growing, they slowed down and they were surpassed by the natural watered ones.
Regarding the concentrations, we did not have a significant difference on the growth. However, it was noticeable that the ones with more concentrations were more affected at some extent. The average growth of the plants with the eucalyptus extract solution with a concentration of 0.041 grams per milliliters was of 1.9 centimeters and 2.58 centimeters with 0.016 gram per milliliter of concentration. In the case of the lentil extract, we obtained an average of 3.79 centimeters for the 0.05 gram per milliliter concentration, and for the 0.033 milligram per milliliter concentration, the average was of 2.97 centimeters.
The average growth of the natural watered ones was 4.455 centimeters, which shows some minor alterations because of the extracts.
As we had predicted in our original hypothesis, the eucalyptus extract wasn't beneficial for the plant's growth, and the lentil extract fastened the growth, although only for germinating.
The conclusion is that there are some plants such as the eucalyptus and the lentils that have some alterations in the growth of the other ones that could be potentiate or break their growth.
If you want to see more detailed information about our results, we gladly invite you to visit the link in here and below the description. We really thank you for your attention and we hope you understood a little bit more about allele. See you next time!